ebuson for ahaye GC News mema obibia akwaba ahade latest and hot news enkwa era mede bramo enuti se unya subscribe to channel dia bomode ase obe subscribe do be ya se obe click the subscribe button no na wabele notification no we ya sa new video bia be upload no when the first person I was sa ebeka sa video I feel we are no like video. Give us a thumbs up. Now, fe share my offer so now when you be here now who and somewhere echo so will Ghana memohanum. I feel you share a year and somewhere abeto yepno so yinti yes and some year cause sarapoti abeto ya yinti.
There is precedence in some of the areas that no action was taken. Adwo was action taken when the speaker decided that if she's absented, then she would have to lose her seat.
Well, it was taken to
was it taken to the High Court according to the Constitution?
But you could have taken it.
Please.
Alhaji, don't be interjecting.
Judge question, what happened? Sir, what happened? Did it go to the Supreme Court or did it go to the High Court? So what is different with this one? What is different with this one? Look, sometimes the NPP make us feel that Ghana is theirs. Sometimes they don't bring the people first. This was this was a right example.
Lawyer Jamswa, where we are, do you think that an opportunity has been lost? Looking at the press conference that the speaker undertook or held, and for which perhaps tomorrow, if we had the presence of the NPP caucus in Parliament, we could have had a turnaround for this impasse.
Roland,
sir,
where do the different arms of government derive their power from?
From the Constitution.
The Constitution.
Apart from the Constitution, where do they derive their power
the sovereign.
from? The people of Ghana come before the Constitution, no be so?
Yes.
Because it's the people of Ghana who vote people into different paths of governance, and it's the Constitution that does what? Governs. It's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that Parliament, the judiciary, and the presidency are disregarding the will of the people. The people of Ghana voted for this parliament to be like this, didn't they? If you feel you have been voted to come into parliament and you can't handle the will of the people, get out. Simple.
But they said they are raising germane issues.
Please. First sitting, what happened? Parliament was suspended. You would have thought, if the people of Ghana were thought of, right? They would go behind closed doors and find a solution. No be so? Find a solution so that when Parliament was called a second time, we would not go through what we've gone through and then suspend Parliament indefinitely. Because they don't respect us as people. I would have thought, if for nothing at all, the president will call the speaker, will call the Chief Justice, will call the Council of State, and will call some prominent chiefs. Sit down. Guys, what we are doing, we are breaking the democracy of this country. Stop it. Let's find a way to handle the situation. It's gone to court. What did the speaker say? The speaker said that the responsibility of the court ends at is it the nose of parliament?
The point where the nose of parliament begins.
Yes, where the nose of parliament begins. And The Speaker was right when he indicated in his statement that the current brouhaha may be christened as a power play between the arms of government.
He was right.
Why can't he be right? Why can't he be right? The Speaker is saying, Executive, I have brought bills to you to assent to as executive. And there are rules and regulations that cover these bills in terms of its process. If you do not agree to sign to this bill, bring it back to me, according to the process. Give me reasons why you don't want to, and then we see how we go from it. But you pass it on to the judiciary, and you say that I'm going to wait for the judiciary to make a decision. So it goes to the judiciary, it goes to the Supreme Court. How many weeks and months has it taken the Supreme Court to look at that particular issue? Has it happened? It hasn't happened, and we don't even know whether it will happen.
Why is this important?
Why is it important? Because it has public interest. Doesn't it? And that is where the people come in. It has public interest, and things that have public interest should be taken seriously by the arms of government. So if the Speaker says there seems to be power play between the arms of government, one can acquiesce to it, that it can be true. Can't it? Roland, penyi ni krom ha. Mpenyimfo ni krom ha. What is going on? Mpenyimfo ni krom ha. There aren't people who can speak to issues like this. Then what would happen? And this is what I'm urging Ghanaians. This election, vote one party parliament, vote one party executive. Vote one party to be majority in parliament and the other to be executive. And let's see. Because you see, one thing that this parliament has shown that there are certain things that we've overlooked in the past because we had majority in parliament. So we passed everything, just railroad it. But this has shown that there are certain things that we need to be very mindful of. Because such a parliament, there should be consensus. There should be collaboration because of the numbers. Is there consensus? Is there collaboration in parliament today? And who is suffering? It's the people. Aren't there bills to be passed in parliament? And because they can't come to consensus, is it being passed? And I agree with AB.
So who do we blame?
Listen, it's not a blame game. It is a misunderstanding. I agree with AB when he said the NPP should have walked into parliament. You say you won't sit where opposition say, stand. Stand. And let the speaker then use his power to decide. You said you've called parliament. We've come. There are some people sitting in our seats. Okay, so we want parliament to go on because we are here to represent the people. So let's go. We will stand. And if it's uncomfortable for the speaker will say, we need to sort this out. The speaker says it's not his matter to do that. But they would have forced the speaker to act there for Ghanaians to see. No, you can't give me 2 minutes. You gave this 5, you gave this 10, you're telling me 2 minutes. What's that, Roland? Stop it.
Is that capricious?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know whether the people at the back that are telling him to stop me.
Nobody's telling.
There are, and with this entire thing, there is precedence in some of the areas that no action was taken. Adwoa Safo was action taken when the speaker decided that if she's absented, then she would have to lose her seat.
Well, it was taken to
was it taken to the High Court according to the Constitution?
But you could have taken it.
Please.
Alhaji, don't be interjecting.
Judge question, what happened? Sir, what happened? Did it go to the Supreme Court or did it go to the High Court? So what is different with this one? What is different with this one? Look, sometimes the NPP make us feel that Ghana is theirs. sometimes they don't bring the people first. This was
How did you do
this? Wait, well, this was a right example. And you ask the question, what can be? How can we?
How do we resolve this?
And I'm saying, the look. Initially, when the majority leader walked out, I agreed with him. Because he didn't want any chaos. Because we've seen chaos before in Parliament. He didn't want any chaos.
You mean the last sitting?
The last sitting, yes. He didn't want any chaos. Now this one too, they had called Parliament. They had a responsibility to do what? To make sure that they heeded to the call of Parliament, because they called Parliament. Walking, stand, because you have called Parliament. But you didn't even appear. Who have you insulted? Wasn't the whole Ghana waiting to see that Parliament is going to be recalled? And the Speaker went according to the rules and regulations of Parliament, didn't he? And called Parliament. The business committee didn't even sit to even put business on the table. For the Speaker to say, we have business in front of us. But the Speaker said, there is no business to discuss. So even if he wanted to discuss that business with those in Parliament, because he did say there was a caucus, didn't he? To even discuss with them. Would he have been able to discuss with them? But you called Parliament. Isn't that an insult to the people of Ghana? I thought Afenyo Markins should walk in with his crew, stand and debate while standing. All Ghanaians will see. But, you know, I feel, NDC, you've made your point. Everybody has seen your point. Please bring Ghanaians first. Huh? There are bills in Parliament that need to be discussed that affect the people. Huh? You want me to run through them? No, we don't have time to run through them. But there are bills, pertinent bills, that would help the people. I beg, NDC, if for nothing at all, how many days is it for Parliament to rise? How many more days? Let's go back to the status quo. And for the sake of the people, let's try and pass these bills and stop the. Otherwise, what I would then suggest is that they should now rise and not come back again.
We don't have a budget to run the government.
Well, then so they should know that. Shouldn't they know that?
All right.
Are they children? Are they playing gutter to gutter football? Are they playing chaskele? It's the people who are important. People who put you there are the important ones. Mind the people.
So what people are using this one?
Mind the people, because what is happening is too infantile.
All right.
Stop it.
All right. Alaji,
I'm listening.
how do we resolve this? Because now we have an impasse.
Roland, I keep hearing the majority side should have entered into the chamber. They should have stood. They should have argued their case. You see, when you enter into the chamber of Parliament, you're either on the right side or the left-hand side of the speaker. But even with the main chamber, despite its horseshoe design, you are recognized as either being on the left or the right. So you are asking them to enter or get into the chamber and stand where? Are you telling us that you expect them to go and take their rightful places where those mercenaries or the NDC had gone in and removed their tax and what, fight with them? Honorable Afenyo Markins, the majority leader, and his side has made it clear to Ghanaians that they are not going to involve themselves in any fisticuffs or any fights in the chamber. No, we are beyond that, and we are going to use the right channels. We are going to use the law to claim our rightful place within the chamber of Parliament. Look, you can get into the chamber, do whatever you want. If the speaker decides not to recognize you, you will have no basis. You will not have the opportunity.
Has the speaker decided?
I said if, and we gauge the posture of the speaker from his press statement, from the things he said there, that he does not determine where people sit within the chamber. He is supposed to be presiding over the proceedings of Parliament, and you expect.
So you are saying,
and I still insist.
His own utterances and position His posture was clear.
His posture was clear. And when people even stretch this to say that he is in contempt of the Supreme Court, I tend to agree with the people to an extent.
He is in contempt?
Of course, because the Supreme Court had given a ruling. Stay. Let the status quo with the current situation continue until we have the ruling from the Supreme Court. And if the NDC MPs are actually people who agree or people who actually wanted to go by the ruling of the Supreme Court, right? They had no business getting into the chamber, taking off the name tax.
Throughout the period, the NDC caucus has always been present in the chamber.
They have been there,
but
they have sat in the wrong place. And I'm saying that when you get into the chamber of parliament, when you get into the chamber of parliament, you are either on the right or left. There is no middle ground.
Indicating majority.
There is no middle ground. You recollect when Sammy Nkrumah was member of parliament and she decided not to sit with either side. There was a ruling in parliament. You have to belong to one side. Where do you expect the majority side to move and do? Do you expect them to go and physically engage the people who have annexed their seats? The NPP and the majority side stand where? Stand where? That you can't stand in the middle within the chamber. Even if you want to stand, you will stand on the left side or the right side. And the rightful place for the majority is the right side. If these people have illegally annexed their places, and we are saying that, look, we won't get into the chamber and engage anybody in a fight. If that is what the NDC wants. We won't.
So why did they call?
We won't. That is a grand start. Getting into the elections. Getting into the elections. This is a stance there. The NDC wants to do. But we are not going to engage in that. We know that there is business to be done. And people, they talk about business.
Please wrap up for me.
There's always a business committee meeting before proceedings of parliament starts. In this case, it was very clear what the business that parliament had to attend to. And the majority leader had given the indication for the other paper to be printed. That is enough for the business committee to go on. And he is also the chair of the business committee.
I'm getting a lot of messages coming in. This one is coming from Chairman
so
Prosper, who says,
who else decides
I disagree with Lawyer Kwame Janswa that Ghanaians should vote for a president of a different party and a composition of a parliament made up of another party. That will even worsen the current problem.
We should learn.
Just look at the status quo, where the Speaker of Parliament, through procedures of Parliament that was live on various television stations, including TV3, went through a process. There was a ruling by an arm of government, the Supreme Court doing that. Shouldn't we have seen the Parliament starting proceedings, the Speaker presiding and reversing the ruling or the order, being the acknowledgement of the order of the Supreme Court? Rather, we see one side of the House that decides to boycott and rather goes on sloganeering with the press and insulting the Speaker. That leads me to my question. The current posture, where there's the back and forth, the top back at the Speaker, etc. What do you think that would have based on an effect on trying to find a middle ground? If, let's say, you create animosity and, the Speaker, the words that are being...
You see, when there was a lull and the Speaker adjourned and there was a lull, I thought that the Afenyo Markins group would have reached out. Yes. I thought that was a period where they could have engaged and ensure that when they recall Parliament, matters would have been dealt with before they even come to Parliament. But let me say that there is no majority in this Parliament, the 8th Parliament, there's no majority.
There's a majority side.
So you see that you have seen that you've come clearly as a reasonable person.
No majority.
And somebody has come clear as somebody else. So there's no majority in this Parliament. There's no majority, and I'm saying the theater, there's no majority, and I'm right. There's only one
place. There's a majority leader then.
There's 137 and 137. However, the Speaker ruled that because the second Deputy Speaker would be doing business with the NPP, he then coined a word as minority caucus or majority side or majority group, whatever it is. So there's no majority in this parliament. There's no majority at all. So the NPP should not be insisting on their pound of flesh as if the people of this country made their majority. The people of this country never, ever made a majority. Now, the next thing is this, and I want to tap into something that my senior brother has said. It is in times of crisis that great leaders emerge.
In times of crisis, that is when you see great leaders
emerge. Can you imagine the optics? Nana Addo Akufo Addo.
What has he done to you?
Leader of the country.
Calling Mr. Speaker.
But you're not privy to attempts.
Oh, Jawasem. When they are talking to sense. They want to resolve matter. You are doing this. Jawasem.
You should prove to us that he's doing this.
Former member of Parliament.
He should leave it.
But he has an interest.
But he has his time.
Okay.
He should judge himself. You see optics. The president calling them to the Flagstaff House, the Jubilee House, and there are cameras. You see, and that's how great leaders work. Oh,
yes.
You see the minority leader, you see Mr. Speaker, you see the Afenyo Markins, you see Ato Forson.
Council of State.
You see Council of State. Then that's one side, oh. On the other side, you see the NPP chairman dealing with the NDC chairman at wherever it is, even if it's Alisa Hotel. This is what great leadership do for a country.
Is that what you want? What are you president for? If you can't solve problems.
And if we are in this quagmire,
you know the attempts is making.
Oh, this guy should just look. People are serious.
Ignore him.
And if you are in this quagmire, and there was this period of a lull, you only had the Council of Elders making overtures. That is not enough.
Not enough.
That's not enough. The Council of Elders, for once, have done well, but this time we need more of it. And I've told people that those who think that the Supreme Court can solve this matter, the Supreme Court cannot solve this matter. The fact that you have ruled doesn't mean that human beings will follow it.
Hey.
You understand? And if that were the case, and I was here, and I gave an example, the Yana situation is a 2-4, even though there's a ruling. Today, Boku, there are court rulings on Boku. Has the conflict stopped? So, you need people to move away from the legalese, law, and deal with each other and talk.
Yes.
And talk.
You believe that the current of
talk.
it's a political disagreement?
What if it's wrong? If Muhammad use a phone and call, I said Muhammad, Akufo Addo, and call Muhammad. Akufo Addo calls Muhammad and say, look, what is happening? Can we go about it? But there's no leadership. The man has checked out. Country is an autopilot. This country is on autopilot. There's no leadership.
How can you make those conclusions?
I heard him say that by the minority, Afenyo Markins, the NDC sitting on the right-hand side, they don't respect the ruling of the court. How? How can you say that? Were the minority parties in the court? The parties are Afenyo Markins and the Speaker. They are the ones. So what the NDC MPs are doing, they have not flouted any law. They are not parties to the suit.
Hey, point of order.
They're only acting based on the ruling by the Speaker.
Roland.
Okay.
Roland, just one quick question.
The Speaker says he has no rule.
You have your time.
Roland,
Just
the Speaker says he has no
3
rule.
minutes, I beg you.
It was information.
I need to read some messages before, so let me just give it. Because he spent 3. Only he took 4 minutes.
I know,
4
you
minutes.
spent 5. You
Please,
5.
I have this one from Obrim Ponkaba. He's a regular watcher on the show. He says, please ask your panelists what a member of parliament in Article 97 means. I hope it doesn't mean a parliamentary candidate. They cannot attempt to use the Supreme Court to amend Article 97 to satisfy their own interests, whilst they agree with Article 97 in their own constitution.
Oh, this is
Now,
we have said this.
Okay, so how do we come to some conclusions on this matter? Who do we need to call? How do we make sure the next time where Parliament reconvenes, we don't have a disagreement, a walkout?
You see,
3 minutes.
I hope this matter can be resolved. I think my senior brother here gave a great summation, which is very patriotic. My senior brother, Jantwa. Wofajantwa, my own Wofajantwa. He is my senior brother. You understand? These people, they don't care about Ghana. They don't care about. See, they are focused, and that's why I made reference to the speaker's speech, where he was refocusing their mind to the oath they took, to the purpose of the powers we give them. But that's not their concern. That's not what fuels them. We don't have clear. There's a fundamental lack of leadership, like Amaliba rightly said. There's a lack of integrity. We have politicians who are very parochial. You understand? Because how can you convince me that the reason why you refuse to go to Parliament to represent your people, to advance the business of government, is because of where you are going to sit? You understand? That argument is sad, and it reaffirms my belief that we are heading towards a aristocracy. You supposing the NDC people are reluctant? They say they'll be. How does that stop you where you are sitting from discharging your duty to your constituents, to the people of Ghana? How should that stop you? So listen, there's a fundamental lack of appreciation, or in fact, appreciation is too nice a word, of fidelity. You understand? To the principles of this constitutional democracy. There's a fundamental lack of fidelity to Ghana as a country. There's a fundamental lack of fidelity to their duty to protect Ghana, the people of Ghana. And I think that is the issue. Yeah, understand? So we all hope there'll be some conclusion to this matter. But I don't think there'll be that conclusion. And there won't be that conclusion because we are increasingly heading towards a aristocracy. This is where you don't care about you. You don't care about the country. You don't care about democracy. You don't care about the rule of law. All they care about is how do we sustain ourselves in power.
Yeah, that's what they care about. I want to read that.
The NPP especially.
Do you think if Osei Chairman was majority leader, this thing would have extended this far?
Oh, how? Are you saying that Afenyo Markins hasn't learned from
Osei Chairman will go straight to the speaker and sit with him and discuss with him in terms of the people of Ghana? He said it in his interview. He said it. He would go. Yes, Osei Chairman. Yes.
That's saying if it was Osei Chairman leading the NPP side, it would have been different.
It would have been different.
How?
It would have been different. Look. Television is a very strong medium. It's a very strong medium. They should stop playing to the cameras of the television and deal with the situation. And if it takes the president to come in, he should come in. Because what? His party is there, isn't it? They are coming back to us to ask us for our vote, aren't they? They should do what the people want and solve this matter. Otherwise, the speaker should just suspend parliament for this year till we go to elections. If that is what they want. The budget for 2025 is important. Do they not see it? It's not. So if you are sitting on another side and they are sitting on the other side, they say they are majority are married. So what? And go for the empire. Does that stop you from doing the work that you are supposed to do?
All right.
They are handcuffing the government, the executive. And the executive wants to be handcuffed. So they're also not saying anything about it. But it is wrong to the people of Ghana. We voted you in there, and we expect you to do the work you're supposed to be doing. Right. Period.
This is a creation of the speaker.
All right. So I have this one from Sam George, who is monitoring. So Sam George, good morning to you. He says that the president is part of the problem. He has allowed his ego to worsen the situation. his actions are what is encouraging the minority leader, Afenyo Markins, to behave the way he is behaving. 2 weeks ago, the Speaker of Parliament hosted the Conference of Speakers and Heads of Parliament in Ghana. He continues, the President was a guest of honor. With over 30 speakers in attendance, the President snubbed the Speaker to spite him. The President has failed and has shown absolutely no leadership. This impasse would never have gotten here if Chairman Sabunsu was leader of the NPP caucus.
You're waiting for a reporter a year abeto yepno so because so when you subscribe to channel area but more say obe subscribe na fe so or like video don't give us a thumbs up na fe share ma ofofro so na when you be here na wo hu ensem ekoso ewo Ghana memwanam so betimi achere wadwen afa ye ensem we nyina ho ewo comment box mu mobeti minkabi in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.